Oh yes, oh yes, this is where we're looking for some jade. I gotta talk to the guide, but I think I got a couple of nice pieces here. We'll find out. Hi, I'm Al, and I cut rocks. Today is a wonderful special, more special than normal day, because I went up to Darrington with a group from the Marysville Rock and Gem Club, or maybe Mineral Society. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask them. Either way, I went up there with a few people, and we went jade hunting. Now, it took us a little while to actually find a couple of good spots, and I have a few videos from the location, but it's a fairly public area, so you could go yourself if you wanted to, but it's one of them spots that might be a little bit of a secret, except to the locals, so I don't want to be going and ruining that for them, or myself, because as I'm about to show you, there's some cool stuff there. Don't destroy anything. Alright, so I picked up probably about 20-30 pounds of different kinds of rocks, but some of them are like the ones you just saw, others are like this, which aren't particularly... I mean, this may be... Whoop, wrong side. This may be like a serpentine or something like that, but you're not seeing very much of a ring around that light area, so not much is coming through. But yes, there's a ton of really cool ones, like there might be some serpentine, like I think this is a serpentine. You know what? I can't see anything on that, so we're gonna dip it. And get my wonderful little tablecloth here all wet and not useful. But you can see, oh yes, that tiny little green ring around there. So this is probably a decent chunk of serpentine. Now, as I understand it, as it was explained to me, it seems like serpentine is the not quite jadey exterior of nephrite jade. So like the way that it all works is this stuff is rolling around over millions of years in the crust of the earth under great heat and pressure and such, and the outer portion of it, this would be the outer portion of it, is the lower grade serpentine exterior of what would be the interior sort of nephrite-y, good jadey stuff. And I'm not saying that I have any kind of authority on this subject, I'm just a dude who likes cutting up rocks. So, we were out in the river, and they taught me how to look for various pieces of jade. You have to search for basically what looks like little white stones. Like, I mistook this one for it because under a bunch of water, the rind looks more white than the exterior should. And you'll end up, so we know this one is not jade. Oh. Okay. No, I'm pretty damn sure that this is just some green quartz in here. But either way, this one's going to get cut up later on, so stay tuned for that video. Anywho, now these are the ones that I picked through all of the 30 or so pounds that I am fairly certain is actual jade. Now, I'm sure there's someone in comments who's going to tell me that I'm wrong, and sure, you're probably right, you probably know more than I do. I'm just some random asshole on the internet who likes cutting rocks and is getting really excited because a couple of dudes who are really into it and who actually have jade claims near where we went told me, hey, yeah, no, those are jade. So, let's get started. This one's a pretty decent one. All right, here, let's douse it. All right. So let's check this out. Oh yes. Yes, you can see that there's this little, the reddish spot. In this area, they were telling me that they find sort of red jades. They've even found purple jades. Now, where's a good spot for it? Ah, yes, right here. You can see there. Oh yes. It's green. It's wondrous green. So, it was basically, wow, I'm getting all ADD about this. What they told me was that when you're searching for jade in the river, first you look for these little white stones, these little semi-white exterior stones. And then, once you think you found one, you pick it up and you take your flat-ended flashlight and you shine on it. You shine on it, and what you're looking for, there we go. What you're looking for is basically a nice couple of millimeter green ring around the exterior of your flashlight. But the rule of thumb was anything that basically looks like a Jolly Rancher. So check that out. You see that gnarly Jolly Rancher type. But yeah, you can see a little bit right there. Yes, oh yes. Oh, you can see that green ring around it. That's the good stuff. Oh, and then another little indicator is these kind of fibrous sorts of looks on the exterior of it. One of the guys kept describing it as bunched up spaghetti that's getting wrapped around on itself in a geological fashion and such. Oh yes. Yes, there's that green apple Jolly Rancher look to it. So these kind of look beat up right now, and they're a little bit funky on the surface here, but that's why I cut stuff. This one's okay. Some of these are better than others. I got pretty excited early on, like, oh, I think I know what I'm looking for. And then I started getting a little more discerning after I'd put a bunch in my pack already. Like, see, that's nice. There we go. That looks way better than all the stuff that I have in my property, and that, you know, I've said, oh, I don't think this is a jade. This might be a jade. No, most of them definitely were not jades after looking at this kind of nephrite right here. Yeah, look at that stuff. But anyways, let me pick out a couple of my favorite ones. I've picked all these over and spent the last couple of days just hoarding over my new wealth. I mean, these probably isn't worth more than like 50 bucks throughout the whole thing unless I do something with them. But yeah, look at how much that does. Here, let's put a smaller light on that. So we got, come on now, so you can see it a little easier and it's not flashing everything. There we go. Oh yes, look at that stuff. So yeah, one of the guys there called these instant pendants. This one's not particularly great. I mean, you can kind of see it there. We'll see what it looks like when I cut it, though. But he called them instant pendants because you pick them up out of the river and, oh yes, like a damn Jolly Rancher. This is just going to require a little bit of, just a tiny bit of polishing and a little bit of cutting, and then I'll be able to turn them into some pretty necklaces. And yeah, some of these will actually end up on the Etsy. Here, focus. Some of these are definitely going to end up on the Etsy. But the best ones of the day are these two. And this one's for me. Oh yeah, that's so nice. Come on. Looks like a green apple candy right there. That's some good stuff. Oh yeah. That's probably one of the best ones. But then this will not be on the Etsy because this one is going to my wife. Oh, come on and focus. There we go. Focused. Yeah. See how translucent that is? See how, oh God. So what was, there was something about the rule of thumb being between such and such millimeters of light around the actual flashlight itself. And this one just, oof. This one keeps going. They also said that this might be, was it glossular garnet in here? It's this real dark green stuff. But either way, this is pretty gnarly. And I'm holding on to it, and I'm making something special out of it. The only thing I don't like about it is it's got this cleave right here that's not particularly amazing. And it goes kind of all the way through, so I might have to split this one in half before I can do anything with it. But still, this is probably the most translucent piece that I got throughout the day. So you got all these here. Let's take a look at a couple of nice, bigger, better ones. These are decent. And so the other thing is, you're not always going to find, like, ooh, sorry, ADD. There's some of that red, because apparently they got some red jade up there and some purple jade and such. I don't know if I already mentioned that. Like, you're going to have pieces of jade that are, you know, nice and clear and such, but then they're also going to be parts of, like, serpentine around them and stuff. So you're going to have, like, you know, the crusty serpentine exterior, and then you're going to have the nice nephrite jadey interior. So this is like, yeah, so this, you know, I'm going to do a nice little polish on the exterior of this, and we'll probably get a decent little thing out of it. All right, let's try one of these. This one's pretty good from what I remember. Yeah, that's a decent one. Look at the, oh, yeah. So these ones, and this one's pretty good. This is another one. Yeah, Jolly Rancher. So this, I am like 98% sure that this is actual jade, because, you know, this one in particular was confirmed by the guys that I was with. And so we got all of these different samples, and a lot of these are just going to get polished up. Some of them are going to get cut. We'll decide which ones to get today. And sorry, I know I'm not really doing a good job of actually narrating what's going on here because I'm just really excited about this. Like, I actually got to go up somewhere and fish out all of my particular, this is mine. This is all mine. I got to see it. I got to know what actual real jade looks like. And now I get to cut it for you guys. And that's even better because I get to actually cut real jade. This one sucks. A couple of these really do suck. But, you know, it'll be pretty decent when I actually get to make them into something. I've been just so excited to work with real, actual nephrite that, you know, my hands are damn near shaking as I tell you guys all of this, and I struggle to actually tell you anything of substance about it because, like, oh my god, I have real jade in my hands finally. But these were all ones that are just, well, this all came from the river. Every bit I got here came from inside of the river, except for that one's not up here. They did take us up to his actual jade claim, which is basically a cliff face that has a bunch of jade poking out of it and a bunch of serpentine poking out of it. They did take us up there, and I have some of that that's not river jade. But, you know, most of this, damn near all of this is a nice fatty one, came from in the river. So, yes, this is what's up, okay? So I got that, and you think that's a big piece. But the prize of the day, this was a chunk that one of them pulled out and gave to me. So I can't really take complete credit for this one, but dear Lord. Oh, this is gonna be a cut video all on its own, because I gotta get out the big saw. I gotta make sure the blade is actually doing well. Look at that. Yes, dude. There's probably gonna be some seriously clear stuff on the interior of this. This rock is too big to lick. But yeah, dude, this is gonna be awesome. And I also have a big chunk of jade up at the top, up in my house. But that was a cut one that they gave, and I'll probably splice in a little picture of it here or something like that, so you can see what like legit cut jade looks like from the same spot. But yeah, so this is just a little taste of what I've got today. So first up, I think we're gonna end up cutting this one, because I've been looking at this one for a little while, and it's got some cool spots on it. Like, it's hard to show you up front on the camera. Like you can get a couple of good spots on it. It looks way better in person. But my god, like, these are so cool. Like this one's red. They were calling some of these barbecue. Like barbecue jade, I guess. I don't know, like it's got like this red kind of exterior on it. And there's another one here that's got some of it. Yeah, like it looks like barbecue sauce on the outside of the rock. And that's a really good way to tell that you got a nice high quality chunk in there. I don't think we found any pieces of blue jade, although there was supposed to be some in the area. There's also some that have like this, they call it cat eye. And I think this is a cat eye one, but I'm not 100% because it doesn't really have that great of a shine to it. There's not much translucence on it, but you know, we're gonna end up cutting this one up and polishing this one, and we'll see. But yeah, like there's a ton of these tiny little itty bitty pieces that are just awesome, that, you know, fell off a bigger chunk a million years ago. And oh yeah, dude, like honestly, if you have a chance, go jade hunting with someone who actually knows how to show you what to do, because you'll get addicted to it right quick. And they were telling us to be cautious about jade fever, and getting just really excited about it. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, this one's gonna get turned into a little pendant. Oh, ADD. Yeah, but so seriously, go out with someone who actually knows what they're doing and shows you what's up, because they're gonna be like, hey, you're gonna want to haul back 50 pounds of jade, and you don't do it, you'll hurt yourself. And then there's me, an Army veteran who's used to rucking with 70 pounds on my back, and then going, yeah, no, that's fine, I can do that. Let's get this gigantic chunk here and bring it back with us. That's fine. How much can the van hold? I think this is closer to that blue jade that they were talking about, just because the color is so much more of a deeper, like, sea green than just the Jolly Rancher candy green that you normally see. But either way, I mean, I'm excited about all of this, and I'm gonna have a real tough time letting any of it go. But, you know, hey, The whole point of this channel is for me to have my hobby pay for itself, so part of that means that I have to give up some of the cool rocks that I find. And, you know, hey, if you guys want to buy some of that off of my Etsy, then it helps me buy, you know, more saw blades. It helps me put gas in the rig to get up to Darrington to go hunt for more jade. And, you know, it might end up making bigger things happen in the future. Dog hair. And, you know, the more you guys pump into this shit. And, you know, the more money that I get from this channel, the more expeditions I can go on, the better pieces of jade that I can get, because I'll actually be able to spend time out there doing some fun stuff. And this is the part of the channel where I have to beg you guys for money, you know, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Find my Patreon, give me money. It feels so weird asking for that, but I guess I'm going to have to get used to it if I want, you know, someone else to help me facilitate going on more of these jade expeditions. And I'm going to be going on more of them. I got to hook up with the dudes at the Mineral Society again and go to a couple of other spots. There were some that were good. There were some that sucked. Ooh, that's a nice one. We went to 3 grand total spots. The first one, I got like 1 or 2 little ones like this, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. At least I'll have something to give to my wife. But then the second one we went to, I got like 70% of these here. Well, no, closer to 90%, because the third spot we went to was down the side of a cliff, and that one sucked. And I think this one came from there. That's it. And this one's not even great, except for, you know, this barbecue sauce jade up here, which is really cool and everything, but it was like the amount of labor that was required climbing down basically a cliff face to get to this particular spot of the river to go find all this stuff was just, you know, my hip's not feeling too great. So yeah, look at all these awesome chunks that I got. This is so fucking cool. Like, honestly, I'm really excited about this. And next time I go up there, I'm definitely taking the wife so she can find herself some things for me to, you know, make some nice jewelry for her and stuff. I know, which one did I have picked out? It's either this one or possibly this one is going to get turned into plugs, because I think she has double aughts in her ears. She's got some fairly big, earring holes. So it's going to be, I need to make some plugs for her out of some actual funky, nice jade. And so that's what the plan is.